What if the funeral of one of music's most private figures became a powerful symbol of love, legacy, and unfinished pain? Selena Quintanilla's father was the man who built her dream, protected her fiercely, and carried her loss for decades. When he passed away, his funeral wasn't loud, flashy, or public, but it was unlike any other. Tonight, here's what we know, and why it left such a deep impact on everyone who witnessed it. Abraham Quintanilla Jr. wasn't just Selena's father. He was her manager, her mentor, her strongest believer. And after her tragic death in 1995, he became the guardian of her legacy. For nearly 30 years, Abraham lived with unimaginable grief while making sure the world never forgot Selena. So when news of his passing emerged, many expected a massive public farewell. But what actually happened was something very different. Before Selena became a global icon, Abraham was the man behind the vision. He pulled his children out of school, lived on the road, faced rejection after rejection, all because he believed Selena was special. After her murder, Abraham became both a grieving father and a public figure overnight. He spoke when others couldn't. He fought legal battles. He preserved Selena's music, image, and story with intense protection. And through it all, he remained deeply private about his own pain. Abraham Quintanilla's funeral was not a spectacle. There were no cameras, no press conferences, no public procession. Instead, the service was quiet, intimate, and deeply personal. Attended mainly by close family, trusted friends, and a small circle who truly knew him. The focus wasn't on fame, it was on family, on faith, on a father finally being reunited with his daughter. Sources close to the family describe the atmosphere as emotional but peaceful. There were moments of silence, prayer, and reflections not just on Abraham's life, but on the sacrifices he made for his children. In many ways, it felt less like a goodbye and more like closure. What made this funeral different wasn't what people saw, but what they didn't. No celebrity tributes, no media frenzy, no public statements. For a man who spent decades in the spotlight because of Selena, Abraham chose to leave this world quietly. And that decision spoke volumes. It reminded people that behind the headlines and controversies, he was simply a father who never recovered from losing his child. Fans around the world still mourned in their own way. Social media filled with messages thanking Abraham for protecting Selena's legacy. Others reflected on how much pain he must have carried for so long. Many fans said the same thing. Now, he's finally with Selena. For some, his passing felt like the end of an era, the last living gatekeeper of Selena's story. Abraham Quintanilla's funeral wasn't meant to be seen. It wasn't meant to go viral. It was a private farewell for a man whose life was forever shaped by love, ambition, loss, and loyalty. And maybe that's what made it so powerful. In the end, he didn't leave as a public figure. He left as a father, finally at peace. What do you think about the way Abraham Quintanilla was laid to rest? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more untold stories behind music legends, don't forget to like and subscribe.